gentlemen. Good afternoon, everyone. And if you didn't make it to our opening keynote this morning, welcome to IFA 2015. It's still the very first day. I hope most of you made it, managing to listen to Dr. Zhang Bongbong, because if not, you have missed a fascinating glimpse of the future. The chief executive of LG Display showed us pretty amazing OLED technology with displays that are flexible and nearly as thin as a wallpaper. And displays, of course, are our most important interface with technology. They are central to user experience, but even more important, it's what's powering the user interface. Software. You will be hard-pressed to find many exhibits here at IFA that don't rely on some good lines of a computer code. And there's no user interface that's more widely used than Microsoft Windows. I think we can all agree, whether you're a foe or a friend, Windows has played a huge role in your life. Microsoft, of course, has a long history here at IFA. You have seen its software powering the devices of many of our exhibitors. This year, Microsoft has its own stand here at IFA in Hall 25. And I'm especially pleased that Microsoft delivers a keynote here at IFA. So, willkommen in Berlin. And Microsoft's timing is impeccable. It was an important year for the company with the launch of Windows 10, you all know it, and new devices from Microsoft partners around the world. And that's especially interesting because Windows 10 works across the full range of computing platforms. To tell you more about the next generation of Windows devices, please welcome Nick Parker, the Corporate Vice President of Microsoft's OEM division.
These are the kind of magical moments that we live for.
And Windows 10 will support the broadest device family ever.
Welcome and thank you for coming. At Microsoft, our mission is to empower every person and organization on the planet to achieve more. That mission is grounded in our worldview of what we see today, but also what we strive for with our partners in the future. And when we talk about a mobile-first, cloud-first world, we don't just talk about the mobility of the device. We talk about the mobility of the experience. That's the mobility of the things that matter to you most, wherever you are, and the ability to get access to those in a secure, reliable, and incredibly rich way. And the transformation that we are driving at Microsoft through both our technology as well as our business models is to enable our customers, our partners, and Microsoft to be successful through that mission. Our strategy is clear. And our strategy is to build the best-in-class platforms and productivity services for this mobile-first, cloud-first world. And when we think about how we realize that strategy, for us it's about our three core ambitions. We don't believe that anybody else can deliver against these ambitions in such an interconnected, impactful, and seamless way. And that's why we're very proud with our partners, our customers, with IT and developers, to bring these three together as part of our core strategy that we will deliver. The opportunity is huge. Devices are pivotal in every part of those ambitions. And it's this opportunity that we build our partnerships with the people and the devices you'll see in the room today. Whether you cut the data as the total number of devices we'll sell this year, 509 million. Whether you cut the data of how many Windows users we already have, 1.5 billion. Or you look at the future potential we have to help people with those older devices, over 600 million, over 4 years old. Or the increase in the number of services consumed on the devices. As we think about our partnerships and how we're investing in the future across those ambitions and our technologies, you can only get excited about imagining the experiences customers and businesses can have and the sheer potential of this market size. The market opportunity is built on Windows 10. And these are the 4 areas of value that customers are most excited about with Windows 10, and frankly, what's most different about Windows 10. The first being, it's familiar and up to date. I'm sure you all love the new interface with some familiar areas. And also, what's different in 10 is how this operating system will stay up to date. This is an operating system that will continue to add value through its life cycle. As new capabilities are invented, they will come in through these regular updates rather than the previous model. And that means a device will get better through its life cycle. Safety and security is something that we all demand from our technology today. And there is no change with our continued commitment with Windows 10 to that. In fact, it gets even better in Windows 10. Consumer that cares about you and your life and your family online, or whether you're a business with your most precious corporate assets at the very farthest reaches of your mobile network. When we think about our enterprise-class biometric platform, with a feature such as Windows Hello, which gives you enterprise-grade face unlock for your PC, you really start to see the investment you can have in the technology, and whether it's something as simple as no more passwords, or whether it's something as serious as enterprise-grade authentication, Windows 10 provides that. Being more personal and productive, again, is something that we just get delighted by in our technology. And Cortana is bringing that to you in an incredible way, in terms of how we can interact, and you'll see more from that later, in new and simple ways with our technology. And with our single application platform now covering our devices, from phones, through to phablets, through to tablets, through to PCs, through to all-in-ones, through to desktops, through the large format, and even new, more innovative devices like HoloLens. It's a single application across all of the device experiences in your life. And that, again, brings together the power of the Windows 10 platform. We have such great momentum already. And so thank you for all of you who are part of these numbers. But we have 75 million devices already running Windows 10 in the first month. 90,000 individual device models running Windows 10. Thanks to the incredible engineering and partnership we have with our OEM and our device partners, from the components all the way through. This is how we run this new operating system. You know, there's a couple of fun facts here. 122 years of Xbox streamed onto PCs. Now, this is a new capability in Windows 10. And that's the ability to play Xbox and stream it onto a PC. And another fun fact that I love to talk about here is, since Windows 10's launch, we've actually had 10 million level achievements within Xbox. And then finally, in 192 countries, Windows 10 is running with customers using it. And this is a month. It will just get better from here. So without any further ado, it's my pleasure to introduce Brian and Windows 10. Brian.
How y'all doing this afternoon? Whoa, you excited to be here? Alright, couple folks in the front. Well, hey, I'm Brian, and I'm going to walk you through some Windows 10 today. Right from the bat, we knew we wanted to make Windows 10 the most familiar experience that our users could find possible. You know, no matter what version of Windows you're coming from, when you turn on your PC, you see a desktop. When you click Start, you see a menu. These are things that we know make our users feel familiar. They're already an expert from the start as soon as they get Windows 10. Some other cool stuff, we know our Windows 7 lovers love the taskbar and our jump list. So if you right-click on anything on your taskbar there, we have jump lists. We brought those back to 10. Now, more in this menu. Your most frequently used things are right there, so the apps that I interact with the most, they're right there for me to get to. More idea of that personal there. Recently added apps are here, so I'll engage with those more frequently, as well as some cool little adjustments here. Power and settings are right next to that start button on the menu, so you don't have to travel a lot of distance to get to them. You can also customize specific folders to live in this area to get to them quickly. But one of my personal favorites is this little all apps section. I love it. One section to look and see all of the apps on my PC. And beyond that, we took it even further and we added jump lists, so I can click one time on a letter and jump to any part of the alphabet to get to my apps that start with that letter. So again, no matter what version of Windows you're coming from, it's very familiar. But of course, we kept a lot of the good love from 8. We have the live tiles right here, personal and up-to-date information on the fly, giving me all the stats about things that I care about, whether it's my calendar, my mail. You know, I don't have to actually open these apps to see the important information that I care about. It's all right there, and you can customize it in all the ways you want to. You know, some other cool stuff, you can scale this menu. If you want to make it tall and skinny, like I long to be one day, you can do that. So it's up to you. You can personalize this the way that you want to. Another area that we did a lot of work to make things more familiar is how our users interact with apps. I'm going to open one here. This is our mail app that comes free and included with Windows. And this is a universal app, to Nick's point. This platform is huge. The universal Windows platform basically enables developers to take advantage of one universal API to write code and apps one time and enable them to scale beautifully across any screen size, from a phone to a tablet, 2-in-1, all the way up to, you know, giant screens. You know, the app doesn't actually care. It scales great. We even have released SDKs to enable platform bridges where you can leverage your existing code from other platforms to make a great universal app with very little work. And one thing that's awesome about this, you know, our app launched full screen, but I can just pull this down and I can run it in a window. So I can treat this the way I've always treated any window that I've ever used while using Windows. Some other cool stuff is to take a look at how these scale. You notice as I scale this, the app actually changes and reorgs its entire UI to be more conducive to whatever layout I want. So again, that's the power of those universal apps interacting. Now in the audience, make some noise if you use Alt-Tab today. Who uses Alt-Tab? A lot of folks, it's a great feature. We found out that a very small percentage of our users were using Alt-Tab. And I talked to my mom, she's not a power user, she doesn't use Alt-Tab. So we really did a lot of work to democratize those kind of productivity features and make them available to everyone. Now we have a task view button. With one click, you can see everything running. It's right on the taskbar, one click, there's everything that's running right there. And this is also the gateway to my new personal favorite feature in Windows 10, the addition of multiple desktops. So you can create additional spaces to do the work and streamline your workflow in a way that makes sense for you. Because again, we want you to work the way you want to work. So the whole time I've been doing this demo, I've actually had 2 other desktops running. I'm going to cycle through those there to show you. Here's one with some Office there. There's another with my kind of personal fun stuff. My friend Peter is doing a keynote in another part of the world right now, so I got to see that there. My Xbox app. So, you know, this is a really cool thing. Now you can actually streamline your work this way. Now, what's really unique about multiple desktops on Windows 10 is when you combine them with the additions we've made to the Snap feature. Who loves Snap today? Who uses Snap in Windows? I see a lot of hands. Good. Well, we took it even further. If I snap one window, we have Snap Assist that's now engaging and saying, hey, you snapped one, you probably want to snap another one. Okay, what do you want to do? With one click, I can easily fill up the remaining space. But I can take that even further. I can snap 4 windows if I want to. This becomes especially useful on your larger screens. And here's the cool thing. It took me a couple clicks to do that, but guess what? I don't have to break those windows when I want to go do something else. I can swap to my other desktop where I have stuff running. So again, a lot of work done to empower productivity, and it's only going to get better. One thing I want to call out, we have just over 7 million Windows insiders, folks that have been with us, enthusiasts from the beginning, testing our builds, giving us ideas. And you know, we're going to keep acting on that feedback. One simple thing I'll call out here is the ability to take one app and move it to another desktop. That was feedback we got from our Windows Insider program. They said, hey, we want to do that. Cool. We built it. We also did a lot of work with how the taskbar works and what it shows you across these desktops. You can filter it to how you like. That's feedback from our insiders, and we're going to continue to act on that feedback, make Windows better, and you'll get those updates, you know, as part of Windows as a Service. So I'm super excited about that. What do you guys think so far? Woo! I'm glad. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is this idea of continuum. Continuum is the idea that the best device in the world is the one that you have with you right now. And as you know, we're investing heavily in two-in-ones. Not only in the variety of awesome hardware form factors that are being built, but as well as how Windows flexes between the different use cases of a tablet or a laptop. Okay, and I want to kind of demonstrate that to you now. Here I have my desktop with a couple things running here. And you'll notice I'm kind of in a desktop-y look and feel right now, mouse and keyboard friendly. You can see I have my Windows cascaded here. But this is a two-in-one device. So imagine you fold it in half, you take off the keyboard, whatever cool, neat way you make the switch. I'm going to enter tablet mode right now with the Action Center. And when I'm in tablet mode now, a couple interesting things happen. Number one, my apps are all full screen, as I'm likely going to want to use them in a tablet environment. Number two, my edge gestures can become very useful. I can swipe from the left to bring up that same task view that I showed you earlier. Or I can swipe from the right to bring up the Action Center. This is the new Action Center. If you haven't seen it yet, if you held this next to the Action Center on a Windows phone, it looks just the same. I can take action on different notifications. Ooh, Bill Gates sent me a picture here. There's no way I just set that up for the demo. It's a fireworks. So pretty cool stuff there, like Wi-Fi, everything you want to do. So those edge gestures are very useful in tablet mode. And my start is now full screen, because again, in a tablet environment, I probably want to use it that way. Some other things I want to call out are the way that you interact with snapping. You know, if you were in touch before, if you wanted to snap windows and move them around, you might have had to go and try to touch just the top of the window. When you're in tablet mode now, that becomes super easy. I can swipe from the top and snap something to the side and choose the Mail app. And let me show you something neat. I called out the universal app difference there. Look, if I scale this, look how these apps, again, they're changing their identity to run in the size that I want. So now I can use that Mail app to like delete. Ooh, Terry, I better flag that for later. You know, and I can work the way that I want in this touch environment. And when I'm done, that's my son Max. I can customize my Outlook that way. I'll exit tablet mode, and you can see once I do that, those apps are back on my desktop with a mouse and keyboard friendly orientation. So again, continuum, flexing between the different uses of Windows. Another huge investment we're making is the idea of inking. You know, the ability to actually draw on a web page and share it with your friends. This is Microsoft Edge. I'll let you guys look up the stats, but we're doing amazing in some of the benchmarks, speed tests versus other browsers. A lot of good. But what I want to call out is how awesome this is. If I'm looking at these awesome performances that are coming up at the Berlin Philharmonic, I can simply go here and choose to ink on this, and maybe to my friend I'm saying, you know, wow. And I can share that with them. So easy to ink, easy to share with my friends, to Facebook, to mail. And of course, there's tons of other inking capabilities throughout Windows, whether you're in Office with OneNote, whether you're using some of the industry standard design programs like Photoshop. There's going to be a ton of uses for that, and a ton of great hardware form factors that will support that as well. So again, huge ways that amazing hardware and software Windows are going to come together to empower great experiences for our users. Now, when we talk about this idea of personal and productive, I'd be remiss if I left out a certain person. Who am I talking about? Who am I leaving out so far? Cortana. Someone said it in the back. Awesome. Cortana. Cortana is the world's most personal digital assistant. Okay, you may have heard the name from Halo. Our Windows Phone users have loved Cortana to date. Cortana uses the things that she knows about you in order to help you complete tasks. But it's very transparent. At any point you can see what Cortana knows and have her forget stuff. You always know what's in there. But yeah, so for example, if I ask for a place to eat, I tend to like barbecue and meat, as you can probably tell by looking at me. I'm not a vegetarian, so Cortana's not going to recommend a vegetarian restaurant for me necessarily because she knows my likes. Cortana can recommend, hey, traffic's bad, you should probably leave for your next meeting, because she's looking at my calendar and monitoring traffic. Super personal suggestions to empower me to do the things that I want to do. And now in Windows 10, built right into the OS. So there's all kind of cool phone stuff that Cortana's done in the past. I want to start off and just show you some of the really neat, interesting, and powerful PC-specific things that Cortana can do. One of the ones, I don't know if you're like me, I struggle with just having to do math. I need a calculator, I forget. So I can have Cortana help me with that kind of stuff. I can say things like, hey Cortana, what's 2.8 times 10.5? Oh, let me close that there. Try one more time here. Hey Cortana, what's 2.8 times 10? So we're having some audio issues there. Sometimes in these large keynote environments, it's a little bit harder with the echo than it is in your home. I'll try one more, which is the form of a file search. I don't know if you're like me, I lose files all the time, forgetting where I saved them. Cortana can actually look through your device and the cloud to find those for you. Again, with the keynote environment, the echo, let's see if that's going to work. I'm going to go ahead and close that window there. Hey Cortana, show me PowerPoint slides about the charity auction. So just like that, we had, better with the luck there. You can see this is searching my OneDrive as well as my personal device. So imagine never losing a file again. I actually found a PowerPoint deck I was trying to present a while ago by using this. So ton of great functionality with personal computing built in with Cortana. Now, Nick mentioned security. Windows 10 is the safest and most secure Windows ever. And we're bringing that to light with a new feature that he mentioned called Windows Hello. It's biometric authentication, it's two-factor, and it's keeping you super secure. You can enroll your face and actually unlock with your face with the use of, in this case, the Intel RealSense camera that's actually going to unlock with my face. So right now my PC's looking for me, no trickery, look at this. I'm just going to step in front of it, and then just like this, it unlocks. Okay, I'll do that one more time for you. I'll press Windows L here to lock that up. So again, I like the little UI, little eyeballs looking for me. I step in front of it, looks at me, and it unlocks just that quickly. So not only is this super enterprise grade, secure, but also I don't have to type passwords. Because who loves typing passwords here? That's right, nobody. You just don't. But even a step further, imagine this going into like how you authenticate to do other stuff, like maybe buying an app. And I'll show you that now. I'm going to come down and open the store. Down here. I'm going to do a search for Minecraft. Minecraft. There we go. Maybe I want to buy this. You guys have all seen when you want to buy an app, typically we authenticate again, no matter what store you're using. Well now when I go ahead and click on the $9.99 here to buy this, you can see it's going to look for me. I'm going to step in front, and just like this, it says, hello Brian Roper, select OK to continue. I didn't have to type a password, it was all there for me. And imagine this extending to other areas. So we're super excited about Windows Hello, and again, once you're enrolled, your data, your face, that stays locked on the device. It's not in the cloud, it's super safe and secure, it's right there. What do you guys think so far? Woo! How about some fun stuff? Who likes the game here? Any gamers? One guy in the back. Well, hello sir, I got something for you. Awesome. So, gaming's huge for us. Right here, this is Asus ROG gaming laptop. I love this device, it's pretty awesome. And I'm playing one of my favorite games here, Goat Simulator. I want to call out Windows 10. Xbox One controllers are plug and play. So you can plug those in and use them with any game, whether it's from the Windows Store or a more in-depth game that you're running as a PC fan. I'm going to run over here. I don't like how these people are dancing. I'm going to threaten them. They're not leaving. That's it. I have no choice. I'm going to knock them down. So I've attacked the people with my goat. I find it hilarious. I want to share this with my friends. Windows 10 is built for gamers. With one click, the Xbox app will let me actually come in here, bring up Game DVR. You can see that game clip's been recorded. And I've jumped to my Xbox app now, and you can see in the app, it's recorded the clip. I can actually come in and even trim this clip to the funny part where I attacked the guy. And I can share this on my Xbox network. So all my friends can see that, I can chat with them, they can see my achievements, even though I'm playing from a PC. In addition to that, you're going to see a ton of our titles launching on console and PC at the same time. It's going to drive a lot of cross-platform play and interaction between both platforms. So we really believe that's going to be powerful. And lastly, to Nick's point previously, we have over a century of Xbox in-home streaming time that's been happening. That means, you have your house, let's say, mom and dad want to watch a show, but the kids want a game. No problem. With this Xbox app, you can actually use your PC to kind of remote control the Xbox, and you can game right on your PC, controlling that Xbox, undisturbing of the other parts of the family. So over a century of time that people have logged in that so far. What do you guys think? Woo! All right. Now folks, that's only one part of the equation. That's the software, that's Windows 10, that's what I'm excited and passionate about. But there's a whole other side, and that's the hardware. And to show you some of that, I'm going to welcome Nick back to the stage. Make some noise for him.
Okay, so you saw Windows 10, or at least a few of the features that we just love to demonstrate. And now it's all about the hardware. This is the incredible innovation, the incredible ideas, and some of the most exciting IP that we've seen as we combine some of those new features in Windows 10 with some of the new hardware innovation to bring together new experiences that we've never been able to do before until we had the combination of the two. Now, one thing I will say, and I'll give approximate US dollar prices for these products, is please be aware that obviously prices will change by region as well as availability, and so just bear that in mind. And you can always go to Newsroom for other still images or high-def images of some of these products where available. So I'm going to start off by talking about education devices. And no better way to start than with the Acer Aspire 1 Cloudbook. There's a lot of reasons to love this device, and if you think of the education environment, you know, it's clearly thin and light, 18.5 millimeters, very nice device, stylish, thin, you can see that. One of the great things about this is it has two mics for Cortana, so it's ready for Skype, it's ready for Cortana, but also it's $169 US. So that is an incredible device for education. Of course, you've got local storage, so it's great online as well as offline, which is a key differentiator to its competitors. But a very nice device there from Acer. The team at Acer did a great, great job there. The second of the education devices I'd like to show you about today is the Lenovo IdeaPad 100S. This is a 14-inch device, and my good friend the cameraman here can show you, one, how thin and light it is. It's a 14-inch screen, HD, running Intel Atom, 19 millimeters thin, easy to carry, and a 12-hour battery. That's something that any pupil in school, or in fact anyone looking for that great value PC, would be super happy to buy. And again, starting at $229. So incredible design. Love the team at the Lenovo for that. That red color is very, very, very fun. Now the business notebooks continue to just provide the workhorses that power the world. And this next device, and I'm only going to show you a sneak peek on the slide because you won't have ever heard about this before, and you can actually get the high-res image on Newsroom, is the Dell Latitude 11. This is the new 2-in-1 from Dell, and a 6th generation Intel Core, as well as being thin and light, having Windows Hello, and with vPro, you've got that hardware security and reliability that you want in your business PC. So new today, you'll hear more of that coming soon, but great to see the Dell team. Now the HP EliteBook, this is the HP EliteBook here, as you can see, the EliteBook Folio. And again, a beautiful thin device, very, very light. If you can see that, you can get the side there. Starting at $1249, so now again, Intel vPro chipset, optional Bang & Olufsen sound, dual array mics for Cortana or Skype, or your conference calls, which are pretty critical here. And it's got one of the thinnest and lightest screens you can actually see. The best thing about these devices is you have all of the ports that you actually need in business. I don't know if you can see, you have all of the ports there, including the ability for docking station and port replication, full high HDMI, and again, second USBs, as well as micro there as well. Very, very powerful business PCs, and incredibly popular for professionals. The last of the business PCs I would like to talk about is the Lenovo ThinkPad Yoga 460. This is the ThinkPad here, so again, taking that incredible yoga design, even thinner and lighter. It's multi-mode, you know, the traditional multi-mode that everyone's come to love in terms of the Lenovo design. Pen, Hello fingerprint, so this has the biometric platform fingerprint sensor for Windows 10. As well as obviously the waterproof lift and lock keyboard that we've seen demonstrated in incredible ways, with a 4.5G option as well for mobile broadband. So for a professional on the go that wants to be connected everywhere with that great Lenovo ThinkPad brand, very nice device with the Yoga 360, touch and type, great business PC. Now one area where you're probably not used to seeing Windows 10 branding, and you may not realize that Windows is actually powering some of those devices, is in our IoT versions of Windows. And in fact, the first device you saw on the screen there was a video poker machine from Windows. We also do machines that run our Windows IoT versions, such as ATMs, such as gas pumps, and medical devices. This is Windows under the hood, being powered by IoT, and also leveraging the power of Azure to provide business insight, business data, as well as just make incredible new experiences for businesses and consumers alike, combining the two. But again, it's under the hood. You won't be used to that Windows branding, but we have a pretty successful business doing that with our partners. As we think about specialized devices, Panasonic continue to grow, and we see their business in terms of ruggedized devices. As we see the cloud bring power to more and more of us in the furthest reaches of our business environment, we see the need for ruggedization, and ruggedized devices continue to increase. And whether it's this device, which has, the mil-spec IP65 capability, or whether it's the other line of the tough books and the tough pads from Panasonic, this is a rapidly growing category where you can really take all of the power of the cloud into the harshest environments in the world and continue to have that mobile-first, cloud-first experience. And Panasonic do a great job designing those. The next device I want to show here is this Toshiba data logger. This is an environmental data logger. This small device here, you can put up to 20 sensors in this device. These sensors, everything from barometric pressure to temperature to G, to GPS and so on. And this actual device here, this data logger, has a battery life of about 6 months. So the kind of scenario that you would imagine here is any precious cargo that you have traveling around the world. Or maybe it's in a shipping container, maybe it's a boat. And this data logger is able to log from those 20 sensors all of that data, go through a gateway or a satellite uplink, and connect directly with Azure. And this is where we start to see some of the incredible business solutions of the capability of taking a device of this class, running Windows, running one of the IoT versions of Windows, powered by the cloud, that enable us in businesses to maybe track our cargo or understand the temperature and what that means to our perishable cargo, but also then apply business insight and logic, predictive decision making. And this is really where you start to see the power of IoT bringing real meaningful business value with our hardware partners to solutions like this. Now I'm going to change gears and move to a category that has double-digit growth. We know it as the all-in-one category. And no better way to start than with the Dell Inspiron 24. This is a beautiful 24-inch screen, edge-to-edge touch. You can see here we've got edge-to-edge touch. And with the Windows Hello camera. So this is the future of these desktops that we see in the home, whether you're just changing into this kind of core desktop mode where you've got touch, type, or whether you want to play a family game where each of your family members is going to recognize with their face and it bring up the things that me or my 6-year-old daughter really want to see when we log into our PCs. It's thin, edge-to-edge touch. The next device here is the Asus Zen All-in-One. And this is a device that continues to wow people at the show with its just sheer beauty. And the team from Asus have brought that design language and style that you'd expect from them. Again, 24-inch screen. Now this device will actually have a 4K option. This device has the Windows Hello camera you can see there. And will bring incredible graphics power. So whether it's professional photography is the thing that you want to work on this, or gaming, with the NVIDIA accelerated graphics cards in the device, coupled with that core Intel processor, you see incredible capability from this all-in-one. It's the GTX 960 GPU, Windows Hello, and quad mic array for Cortana, enabling that all-around room listening for whether it's the Skype phone call with a relative or someone away, or you just want incredible microphone quality for your Cortana from multiple people around the PC. The next area of devices, as we start to think more and more about kind of consumer mobile devices, is the two-in-one category. This is over 90% growth in the next year. So these are two-in-ones, 90% unit growth in the category. And this is one of my favorite from our friends here at Trextor, and it's great to see them this morning. And this is the Trextor Volks Tablet 4. This is a 10.1-inch full HD device with pen support as an option, as well as broadband as an option. 249 euros for a 10.1-inch device. This is absolutely beautiful. I don't know if you can see the shiny edge here with this really nice effect that's mirrored on the keyboard. And then we can take it apart. It's a very nice design, very thin device. This is the Trextor Vox Tablet 4 from the team at Trextor locally, very popular here in Europe. Now I'm going to move into kind of core notebooks. And this is a device we actually bought last week running Windows 10. And this is the HP Pavilion 15. These are very high volume selling devices running Intel Core i3, touchscreen as you can see here. And this device we bought for $399. It's a 15-inch laptop, touch, as well as full height ports on both sides. And you can see there it actually has an optical DVD drive. So for $399, DVD drive, full height ports, 15-inch, bringing touch to the masses. And this is where, when you see the touch applications in Windows 10, you can really start to bring your PC alive in these multi-modes. Whether it's just getting stuff done, writing an email, doing homework, or whether it's paging through a shopping catalog, or just pages of the internet where you're doing research. It's great to see that touch and type come together. This next device, some of you may have already seen launched this week, but this is another one of these new devices from ASUS, who just have not stopped the innovation this year between Zen and Republic of Gamers. This is the ROG, or the Republic of Gamers, G752 gaming notebook. We just unplug it here. 17-inch screen. Let me just make sure you can see all of this. 17.3-inch screen. This is from approximately $1,399. 6th generation Intel. NVIDIA GTX 980. Weighs about 2.5 kilos, but it has anti-dust cooling system. Now for any of you people out there that do game, that overclock both their GPUs as well as their CPUs, you generate heat. And this has a very, very good innovation exhaust that will exhaust the heat from both the CPU as well as the GPU. And this is the kind of innovation that really stimulates these notebook, particularly the gaming notebook markets that you see here. And with anti-ghost gaming keys and this red backlit keyboard, this is a pretty sick PC to be able to do your gaming on with DS12 support. So as I reach the kind of last two devices, I think you're kind of getting a sense of where we're going in terms of that incredible volume notebook here, the gaming PC. And this is again a device that's got a lot of press here. It's a new device from the design team at Toshiba. This is the Toshiba Radius 12. And firstly, you can see it's a beautiful design. It's a 12-inch screen. You've got that edge-to-edge glass, starting at $899. The thing I love about this machine, it has all of those hardware capabilities that light up the new features of Windows 10. So it has the array mics for Cortana. It has Windows Hello face unlocks. This notebook has that Windows Hello compatible camera, as well as having a 4K screen option and a 6th gen Intel Core processor. This is an incredible PC with the Harman Kardon speakers from Toshiba, and it's just beautiful. Look at that brushed finish. You can see there with touch as well. And let me just show you the hinge here. Just undo this. And in full tablet mode, you get all of that use from the 360 hinge, so you can use it in full 4K tablet touch mode as well as a PC. The Toshiba innovation doesn't stop there, and this is just absolutely phenomenal. And again, you won't have seen this. It's a sneak peek. I'm not even going to talk about the name. It's a new Toshiba 2-in-1, and first time ever you'll have seen this. So Murato-san and the team have just absolutely surpassed themselves in terms of design here. So this is the very, very light keyboard. I don't know if you can see that there. And ultra thin, beautiful with pen. The pen comes off there. I don't know if you can see how thin that is. It's hard to say how light it is. And the resolution of the pen here and its ability to work in terms of how you'd expect a pen to work is just phenomenal. A beautiful, full-blown Windows 10 PC, Toshiba 2-in-1, and you'll hear much more about this device in the coming weeks. just tremendous to see the innovation from the Toshiba team. So we're really breaking boundaries as we start to think about new software capability powered by new hardware capability in these stunning designs. I just want to say thank you to all of our hardware partners for the incredible innovation that they will deliver to bring these amazing Windows 10 devices to people across the world. Thank you very much for your partnership. Thank you.